And we are live,
Hey, it's an Elsewhere podcast.
as always.
What up, homies? I'm
What's up, dude?
Skulls.
Are you going to do intros? Cool. You do it.
Oh, I get to do it? Okay, so I'm Skulls.
Hi,
And then we
Skulls.
got XMC, aka Edgar over here.
What's up, dudes?
And then we got Miss Cat, Queen Cat.
That's right.
That's right.
Hey. No, I'm kidding.
Don't do that. Not that kind of podcast. Oh, and look at the updated screen. Yeah, I definitely like the updates.
Oh, you do? Yay.
Yeah. We
I'm
got the
testing them out now.
we got the movement, we got the count. Dope.
Yeah, I figured something needed to, move on the screen. Just stare at our bubbles.
Some intrigue.
Okay, I got that posted on my Discord.
Awesome.
I bet.
Thanks, man.
Glad you
Appreciate it.
found time for us, because you stream like every freaking day.
I know, dude. It's like Jesus Christ. And now I've added like the meme reviews too, so that's extra streaming that I'm doing on top of like still having to do movie night. I'm just waiting on someone to get back into the Discord so we can do movie nights.
Yeah.
But yeah, it
Now-
didn't used to be an everyday thing, and now it is.
So, what's a meme review?
Right?
Dude, so you know what? Obviously, you know what memes are, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so essentially, they just we have a thing in the Discord. It's called Horrible Memes. We have a channel called Horrible Memes, and everyone just posts their memes in there. And what I'll do is I'll just go in there and I'll review them and see which one's the funniest, which one's my favorite, break them down, make fun of them, whatever the case may be, and then I just upload all that stuff.
Okay, yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah. And everyone that's in my Discord, they're all fucking crackheads for memes. So
They always have
Yeah.
been.
the meme channel has like thousands. I think it has the most posts out of any channel that I have in the Discord. It has like thousands of entries in there.
I joined.
Jesus.
That was
Yeah,
the
I'm more of a GIF guy.
I like the GIFs, but memes are funny because it's kind of all encompassing. The GIF,
Yeah.
you have to have it within context of your conversation. So,
Yeah, yep. I agree.
but
I see you.
his Discord's the first Discord I joined. Like, I didn't have Discord since I played World of Warcraft back in the dinosaur age, and I joined because I jumped on the Patreon and I joined the Discord. It was the first one, and the second one was Nova's. So it all went from there. But yeah,
Wait, XMC, you played World of Warcraft or something?
no.
No.
Wait.
She was just saying when she used Discord.
Oh, she used it. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and hell, I'm the same, man. I didn't do Discord until I had my own Discord. I didn't even know what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got pulled in by Kat.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She was like, "You should come on this thing. It's kind of it's a big deal." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
I just saw so many people using it. I figured, because YouTube is not very. You can use your community tab, but I mean, you have to post something in order to interact with your subscribers and your followers. Whereas on Discord, you can talk to them when the fuck ever.
Exactly.
You don't have to wait on responses. You don't have to post a video and read the comment section. It's like it's a direct link to the people that watch your stuff.
And by the way,
Yeah.
Melanie, if you want to be on his Discord, you gotta join his Patreon, which
Hell yeah.
is awesome, and the people in there are awesome, and you get all kinds of perks. It's kind of cool.
But for everyone who doesn't want to join Patreon, I still upload like 15-minute versions of those meme reviews if y'all want to see memes. So they're there if y'all want to see them.
Yeah, I thought of starting a Patreon. I just don't know what I want to do with it. Like,
Well, you do music, right?
yeah, I do music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I think most of the people that I've seen that or the artists that I've seen that have Patreon, so what they do is for example, they'll like if you choose this tier, you'll get access to 2 free songs every single month, like original songs or something like that, or like remixes, where only they get to listen to it. and just like, I guess, sign stuff, and I guess easier, better access to merch and stuff like that. If I were you, I would go around to different, because what I did for my Patreon, because just like you, I had no idea what I wanted to do for the Patreon, is I just went to other channels that had Patreon. So like I checked out the Matthews fam. I looked at his Patreon. I went to a whole bunch of creators and looked at their Patreons and looked at what they were offering. And I think for you, you should probably check out Knox Hill's Patreon, see what he offers as far as like his music goes and stuff like that. You could probably like
Yeah, he's in
intertwine
the
your music.
same. Yeah, he's kind of in the same boat as me, where he's known for the reactions, but he does also have the following for his music. So
Exactly. So like
yeah,
if you can just balance both of those at the same time on Patreon, then you can get the best of both worlds. You can get people in there that are there to watch your reactions, as well as get people in there that want more of your music.
yeah. I have when I was messing around with it, I posted some behind the scenes stuff for when I was making the pins and needles video, and it was just funny. My friend was making fun of me because I like had a shot list, and it looked like I was like I had a recipe for the heroin, the fake heroin. Like and he's just like, what are you baking it? Like you got your recipe. He was just laughing at me while I was trying to talk my brother through each shot, like how to do heroin, and he was just cracking on me. It was
You
Yeah,
never
dude.
thought you'd say that in your lifetime.
That behind the scenes stuff is really good. That and like behind the lyrics, or like doing lyric breakdowns to your own shit, you know?
Yeah,
Like especially
absolutely.
if
Yeah,
you have
I'd
a
have
song
to.
where like you go double or triple time and it's like, "Oh my god, dude, what?" And then like, you break it down for like people on your Patreon and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've ever gone that fast. Well, there's one song where I go fast. I haven't put out yet, but
Well, not
yeah.
ever, even just like semi quick, some people still have a hard time
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
keeping up, because even sometimes I have a hard time. It's weird, dude. Like sometimes I can pick up like a triple time flow from Dax, but I can't pick up a double time flow from like fucking Upchurch or something. It's
Well,
like,
sometimes it's just like
uh,
the words we know, and sometimes just people
yeah,
from different places speak very differently and choose words very differently. So it's like there's this weird buffer where it's like, this is a simple
very
sentence, but I just don't get it.
like, dude. Have you ever listened to Broadnax? He's
No.
like, dude, he's great, but he's difficult to
Yeah.
understand. And it's almost like, how is he so difficult to understand? Because you can hear every word. It's just how he says it and his
Yeah.
accent and like how he pronounces that shit.
I have to
I
rewind and be
think
like, wait, what? What did you wait? What?
Yeah, exactly. And especially when he goes into like a choppy flow, like a lot of his words are like very short, because like that Louisiana fucking accent and shit. And it's
Oh
just
yeah.
like,
The
fuck,
accent
it's
is
hard.
thick when he goes like there's just certain parts of it I just literally have to run it back a couple times.
Yeah,
I mean, and
there's no way.
it's great, don't get me wrong, but on the flip side of it it's like, okay, I've heard that line 85 times.
Yeah.
yeah.
you know.
It's like I was
Yeah.
watching an interview by NF, and he's like, the thing about music, man, is there's only so many words in the English language, so you're constantly having to find a different variation of words that no one's ever done before, and that can be like daunting.
Yeah, it's also like what is it? Like I have a really good memory, so I remember most of my lyrics. So if I like come up with like a new lyric and it's too much like something I wrote, I just have this inclination to not like it. Just like like it sounds too much like from this song, but it's like how many words can I possibly know, and how much variety can I offer when there's so many lyrics in a rap song?
How often do you listen to like other music or listen to the radio? And how often, when you do listen to other music and you do listen to the radio, how often does that like somewhat like guide you or like inspire you to make music, or like you influenced by what you hear, or do you always try to make your own stuff without any kind of like outside influence determining what you're gonna make?
I don't mind influence like but it's less conscious. I think it's like I listen to other things. I listen to a whole bunch of stuff, and honestly hip hop isn't one of the biggest things I listen to, but I listen to a whole bunch of different stuff. And
Just
what do
want
you
it to
call it?
happen organically, really. You just like to
Yeah, it's
listen to
kind of
something
like
and
it's
then you
kind of
just go
like
make your own thing.
yeah, it's kind of like if you're like reading books and stuff and you're just kind of putting in all this knowledge into the back of your head, and then so it's just input, 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 and then
Yeah.
when you go to write, it's output. And now you have those tools in the back of your head to utilize as a way to process whatever you're doing. I think that's probably the best way to say it. And it's weird too because you can convey things in melody as well. So if it's like something I'm singing, there could be something like there was a song by a Perfect Circle I was doing a dive in called Arrestes, and there's like the song, basically the theme is that he's like struggling with himself, and like in like one side of him wants to do this, the other side wants to do this,
Gotcha.
and the harmonies, it's like they're going in different directions, like one's going lower and one's going higher, so it's conveying that like pull, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And sometimes I'll think of that stuff and then I'll come up with a melody and I'll be like, oh, I think I pulled that from there, kind of just by that thought process.
Yeah, and there's also a lot you can say in a song without even saying words too, just like placement, structure, how things are, where things go,
Yeah, sometimes
and
one of the
shit like
most
that.
impressive things is when people can use silence as a way to
Yeah.
like do, because you have to have a lot of confidence to just leave like a blank area and for it to actually be relevant or mean something. So that always impresses me because I'm always like, I gotta fill up that space, I gotta fill up that space, but sometimes you just don't need to.
Yeah,
Desiree,
yeah.
are we interviewing skulls now? LOL, I'm teasing.
Yeah.
Desiree should have known, bro. I love talking to other artists and like asking questions because like how often do you get to talk to someone that makes music, right? Like you look at all these artists that you like, right? You'd love to ask them questions and figure out like how they make their music and stuff like that. Like if I could sit in a fucking room with like Tom McDonald or Eminem or Adam Calhoun or hell even Skulls and just watch them make music, like the process, bro, I could watch that shit all day.
I
Like
can
them in the
promise you mine's not that interesting.
like them in the studio, like mixing and matching. The process interests me. Like anytime, like we had Kid. I don't know if you know who Kid is. We had him in the stream a couple of days ago, and I was asking him how he goes about writing his songs, and he's like, I basically have to feel the beat, man. If I'm not feeling the beat, I'm not writing to it. That's essentially how it goes. He makes it pretty simple.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with that. I go through 100 beats like looking for, and I won't purchase them unless I know I have something. Whether it's like I wrote a hook for it already that I think is really strong, or I have like a really strong verse or something. But there has to be a completed section for me to know, like, okay, there's a lot of potential in this, so let me just put the money down on it and see where it goes.
How long does it take you to know if you like a beat? Like you're looking for an instrumental, you're about to make a song, you hear something. How long before you know, like in your head, in your soul, like this is it?
You see, it's so based on where you are in that moment.
Yeah,
Like that's why there's a lot of times where I'll go through like a list of beats from like a beat maker, and I'll land on one, but I skipped it last time I went through because I just wasn't in that headspace. I didn't want to write anything to that. But it's pretty instantaneously. I mean, like I can usually tell if I'm going to like a beat within like the first 2 seconds just based on like the sonics. Like, oh, is
yeah,
it a cold sound? Is it a warm sound? Like, what is it? And then once the beat drops, like, which usually the places I go to, they drop the beat pretty good. But that's like when it's like, yep, that's it. I like it.
gotcha. Yeah, a lot of the other artists that I've asked that same question, they usually say 2 seconds, 5 seconds, 15 seconds, nothing longer than a minute. They're pretty quick about judging. Like, yeah, this is it. This ain't.
Yeah. The only thing that sucks about that is, see, I still try not to skip the beat like really quick because sometimes you get to like the verse and the verse switches up like entirely and it's a whole different ball game, and that'll inspire something. And then the thing is, if you buy the beat, you can like play with the stems and like restructure the beat to how you want it. So like I like to hear each section that they provide in the beat. Because I'm like, I could probably do something with that, or I could switch that part to this part and make it the verses or whatever.
Gotcha.
Hey, Jackson.
Desiree, we're not bringing that up anymore. That's in the past. All right, let's just let's leave that in the try not to laugh. We still have to.
Oh God.
There was, yeah, dude. There was a fucking meme that it was a parking spot. Someone took a picture of a parking spot that was empty, and the parking spot was labeled G. And then the meme, it said "found it," and I was so confused as to what the fuck that meant. I was like, "Found what?" Like, okay, cool, you found a parking spot. Congratulations. And then chat was like, "It's G spot, you retard." And I was like, "Oh,
That's hilarious.
yeah." So I'm not a virgin. I swear. It's just like it fucking took me a minute.
Was it a handicap spot?
No, it was
After I'm parking into this.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's what it turns into. He's a fucking retard here, bro. He didn't know where he was parking.
Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's the last time we bring that up, Desiree. That's
Yep.
good.
And banned. No.
She's right though. All I
That's
sit here and do
fine.
is laugh because
No, I've actually heard worse in like the sense I'm not gonna reveal his identity, but someone within my extended family said that his female coworker had prostate cancer.
What?
oh
Yeah.
wait, what? I didn't.
That's ass. So one of them is stupid.
She's about to say it's ass backwards.
I was gonna say that's fucking asinine, but one of them is fucking stupid.
I can 100% assure, yes, that is truth. Yep, that is the truth.
Which one is it? Because
It's the guy in this situation.
how, bro? How?
It's low IQ.
I was half expecting it to be the girl, you know, because like you can be anything these fucking days. But he actually thinks that girls have prostates. That's wild.
Yep, that
I'm
happens.
doing quote fingers, girls.
I
can
also
have
told,
prostate. Girls.
we also told me and my wife, we told her brother, who was high at the time, like, you know, like on the steering column or the steering wheel, there's those little like dots on there on some cars. Well, we told him that was for blind drivers. It was like Braille, so they know where the
Oh
horn
my
is.
fucking god, dude.
And he believed it. We actually had to tell him that it wasn't true.
So he's just gullible, really.
I think he was just really high, to be fair. Like if he wasn't high, he probably would have figured it out at least in a couple minutes, but
Dude, that reminds me of a dude that I knew when I was in the service. He was from one of the Dakotas, north or south, I can't remember. He went to Sturgis every year with his mom, so wherever Sturgis is, he's from that Dakota. And so he basically grew up under a fucking rock. Dude, he gets to Fort Stewart, and we're heading down to Savannah just to go to the beach, and we're on the highway, and he's looking like a bewildered deer. And I'm like, "Yo, homie, what's the problem?" He's like, "This is crazy." I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "This highway has like 5 lanes." I'm like, "Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's a highway. That's what they're supposed to have." He's like, "I've never seen one before." I was like, "A highway?" He's like, "No, one with more than 2 lanes." I was like, "Where are you from again?" And he said one of the Dakotas. I was like, "Okay."
God, I gotta go there.
So we get to the beach, and we're driving through this area, getting close to Savannah, and he's looking up at the sky, and I'm like, "What now, bro? What now?" He's like, "There's coconut trees next to the street." And I was like, "Yeah, there is, man. We're getting close to the beach." He's like, what if one of these coconuts falls and hits the car and we all die?" I'm like, "I don't think it works that way, bro. We're going like 10 miles an hour. Like, this isn't the Matrix, and those coconuts don't weigh the size of a bus. Like, we're fine. And we get to the beach, and it was his first time seeing open water.
Aw.
Mm-hmm. He had never seen
And
open water. He had never seen the sand. He had never seen a 5-lane highway. He texted me one day. He was like, "Bro, did you know that if I hit a button on my phone, it plays what I'm watching on my phone on my TV?" I'm like, "So you casted it?" He's like, "Is that what it's called?" I'm
Aw.
like, "Where are you from again?" And it's one of the
from a
fucking
better place.
one
From
of
a
the
better
Dakotas, I guess. I was like, "Dude, that's wild." He literally grew up under a fucking rock.
Okay, they don't have casted device in the Dakotas. They just have casting for fishies. That's all. Like I
Well,
I do
'cause
that all the
y-
time. I poke a YouTube video and it's like, "Do you want to send it to?" And I'm like, not inside the house. "Do you want to send it to the TV?" No. Like, why would I want to send it to my kid's TV? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. So I can't stand that feature. But
yeah, I know one time I accidentally casted porn to the TV in the living room when I wasn't in the living room, and I luckily for me there was no one else in the living room, but that could have been bad.
it could have just freaked somebody out. Be like, "I didn't do it, man."
Yeah,
Did you watch the VHS tape?
it wasn't
Gonna die
wasn't
in
fucking
7
me. You need to
days.
check your fucking cable, dog.
Yeah, right. It was like it's the neighbor. The neighbor's
Check your
fucking
provider.
pervert.
Well, we used to have, the fuzzy Skinamax, where you had to tune it in
Yeah.
on the channel with the antenna. It was all like, like all pixelated and like fuzzy, but you could kind of see what was going on when I was a kid.
I think I saw a dick.
Dude, I remember when the TVs were fucking huge, man. Like there was no flat screens; they all had backs to them. Like TVs
Yeah.
used to be
Yeah.
like
Heavy.
they were
3 feet
6
deep.
Yeah, they were like 6 feet tall, but they were also like 5 feet wide. And it's like, how the fuck we getting this shit in the house?
It took like 7 people and
Yeah.
a dolly.
Like a fucking piano.
Pretty much, dude. I mean, it fucking sucked because at those times, TVs, like video games were starting to become a thing, but TVs were not made to support video games. Like those graphics could ruin the TV.
Yep.
And so for the longest time, I had video games. I just couldn't fucking play them because my mom was like, if you put that shit in there and fuck up my TV, I'll fuck your life up.
And also,
So,
those TVs would fuck up your eyes too if you got too close.
yeah.
And
which-
apparently, that isn't a thing anymore because HD is so clear that it's, I guess, just not a problem.
No, nobody cares about the kids anymore. And so they're like, fuck it, just go watch TV. Get out of my face.
I feel
Yeah,
like
our parents
the new
cared.
TVs, I feel like the new TVs are fucking people's eyes up even more, dude.
Yeah.
All those lasers and shit, and fucking Blu-ray, and
Well,
you can see clearly. I mean, so I guess you don't have to sit closer to the TV anymore, but
it's
You know, I think it's more just looking at phones. You ever like be looking at your phone like downwards for a long time, and then like when you bring your eyes back up, you like feel the pull
They
pulling your
stick.
eyes down. Still,
Your
yeah,
eyes, like,
exactly.
it's-
yeah.
Yeah,
it's stuck.
it's like your eyes.
I broke
it's
my
like your eyes-
eye. It happened like 2 days ago. I was
Yeah,
like,
it's
oh
totally
shit, it
like your-
happened.
You have
It's
to like
totally like
refocus.
your eyes have stick drift.
Yeah.
You know?
You literally have to fucking refocus and shit.
Yeah. I'll like look up and try to like part my eyes like some weird alien creature just to like stretch my eyeballs back out.
Well, I read a lot. So if I'm not modding, if I'm not looking at a chat, right? So I'm like staring at it, or if I'm not looking in Discord, then I'm looking at a book usually on my phone. So my eyes do that. And when I would read all the time before I got into Discord and all that stuff like a year ago, that would happen all the time. All the time. It was actually really, really bad. And I'm like, I've messed up my eye. It's gonna like detach and like fall out. It really feels like that
Or
sometimes.
you just reading and your eyeball falls out on the screen.
Like, oh, I can see better. I'm closer.
Yo, Tanya, my parents were like that, except if the lights came on and I wasn't home yet, they would lock my ass out.
Oh, my parents were is this an emergency? Then go away. And I'd be like, but don't, if this is not an emergency, and if you have all your questions at once, this is your one chance today that you
Good
get
day
to ask us
everyone.
Dude,
anything.
my mom used to be like, "Are you dying? No, go away."
Holy.
That's
See,
it.
my mom.
Wolf, thank you so much. Wolf7 Music tip $50. Good day to everyone.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you so much. Glad you're here.
Wolf, we appreciate it, bro.
I didn't see you sneak in.
Yeah, I didn't see him either.
Sneaky,
All I
sneaky.
see is Desiree.
Desiree stays on it, dude.
Hell yeah. I'm here for it.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was funny. I thought I turned the sound off of that so that it doesn't like double up. But
Oh, is it
apparently
still
I
on?
failed. Well, I heard it in my headphones, and I'm like, who's talking to me? I was like,
Do you have text to speech on your donations?
yeah, I guess. And I tried
I
to turn it off today, and apparently Epic failed.
I've wanted to turn on text to speech, but I just don't want to be reacting to a song that I might want to upload, and then I have the text to speech pop up in the middle of the reaction talking about like big booty bitches or some shit, and just like ruins the reaction, so I can't fucking like upload it or something.
That
Or
happens.
just like,
Well, it sort of happens to keto. It's one of my favorite things. Fucking during a reaction, Siri just pops up and just starts talking to him.
mm-hmm.
He's like, "Leave me the fuck alone."
I turn my Siri off, dude.
Yeah, I don't
I
don't
have
have
any
Siri.
of that on my phone.
I don't use Siri like unless I'm going somewhere that I don't know the directions to. That's the only time I'll turn on the navigation on my phone. Other than that, like all the GPS services, all that shit's off. Like all of it. I don't use any of that.
Yeah, I try to keep it minimal with my. It just keeps things simple. You can just get lost in the technology, and I'm trying to balance that. You know.
Wolf, I
Like-
feel you so hard on that. I can't remember what it was the other day. I was putting something like, hey, and hey, you or something, and I hit the space bar and I hit enter because I didn't think about it, and it auto-corrected to hey, bitch. And I was like, oh, okay. That's applicable, so I left it. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna let that just full send.
Autocorrect is like kind of like your drunk thoughts. Like it's how you really mean. It's what you really mean.
Well, it does read your
I-
mind.
I can read autocorrect, so like lots of times I pretty much expect other people to be able to read autocorrect. Unless you're just completely drunk and I can't understand a fucking word, but for the most part I can read typos. Pretty
I
easily.
definitely speak typo.
My wife does the most annoying but funny thing ever, where she'll do talk to text while she's driving, and it'll come back and it'll be all wrong.
Yeah, but you
And
read
she'll
it as
still
her.
No, but she'll still send it.
Yeah, I do it too.
Everyone just
'Cause
gets the
if you
jumbled
think about it, all you
messages
do is
laugh.
read it as that person. And if you read it like you're speaking out loud, it all makes sense. Like you can actually, you'll catch what they're saying. But if you read it word for word, that's not going to work.
Well, see, it doesn't work because it's not her speaking that's the problem. It's the car picking it up is a problem. So it's like she speaks just fine. It's just not capturing it fine. So I just get lost. I'm like, what are you trying to say to me?
Yeah, I can't use any of that stuff. My go-to, like if I'm driving, I don't text. If I need to talk to you, I'm calling you, and my phone's just gonna sit on speakerphone, either in between my legs or on my shoulder.
Yeah, that's the only way I use my phone, or if I'm using it to listen to YouTube or a podcast or something. But
Yeah, that's it.
I
Just
try
to
not to
change
pick it
something.
up. Yeah, I try not to pick it up unless I'm like at a stop sign or some shit.
Well, here's a fun fact in case anybody wasn't aware of this, and I know this for a fact. I have vast experience with it. Everything that you type in, let's say that you're saying, I'm not going to say it because it'll make my phone activate. Like you're saying, hi, Siri, or whoever it is, and then you start talking, they store all of those. In fact, unless you turn it off, especially with Google, there's a history. And you can go back and listen to everything you've ever said. Everything, or everything you've accidentally said that it caught, or when you were talked to text, or whatever the case may be, you can go back and listen to each and every single one of them. It's stored, which is actually really, really creepy. And if you ever go back and listen to yourself, you're like, why in the hell was I looking for Harry Potter underwear on the 15th of May? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, that's why I don't like. That's why I don't like watching myself. Whenever people request for me to watch an old reaction of myself, I feel so awkward.
Yeah, that's one of those things where it's like you just got to keep looking forward.
Yeah.
It's too weird to go back.
I feel so awkward. It's like listening to a voicemail that you left someone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
or
don't
reading,
listen to
like,
these.
It's like, what the fuck was I talking about?
Or like listening to how like you talk to like your high school girlfriend or something. It's just like,
Oh my
like
god,
you,
dude.
now you, I love you. No, I love you.
I
Oh,
listened to a voicemail that I sent my high school girlfriend before I went to basic training, and dude, I sounded country as fuck for some reason. I listened to the voicemail and I was like, "Oh my god, that's what I sounded like." Like, dude, I
lost
sounded like
my
a straight up
twang.
fucking dude. I had a twang from hell, and I don't know what the fuck happened to that, but it's
I'm
just
just
because
picturing the devil with a southern accent now.
yeah, essentially. That shit went away though because most of my friends in the military, interestingly enough, were almost all from the north. So like Minnesota, Chicago, New York, Maryland, shit like that. So
When you were in the military, did you ever have to do like any pepper spray shit or anything like that?
yeah, we had to do
Oh,
the gas chamber.
Ooh.
oh,
Yeah.
that sounds terrible.
I've seen it on Fear Factor.
Yeah, you do the gas chamber, dude. So like essentially they give you your gas mask and you have to when they give it to you, you have to learn everything about it. You have to take it apart, you have to put it back together, you have to clean it, you have to know inside and out, you have to be able to put it on correctly. You have to be able to put it on within a certain amount of time. If you don't put it on within a certain amount of time, you got to do push-ups. So then they take you to the gas chamber, which is this room. They light the shit and then you basically sit in there with your gas mask and they walk up to each individual person and they will come up to you and they'll say take your gas mask off, and so you think you're smart, so you're going to sit there and you're going to hold your breath, but then they ask you like your social security number, and they asked me my social security number and I didn't think at the time. You don't give your social security number to anyone regardless their rank,
Yeah.
unless it's for like official paperwork. I really wasn't thinking at the time, so I was like, "Oh, fuck it, man." He asked me a question, I got to answer. I literally started giving him the first 3 digits of my social security number, and then I just couldn't breathe at all.
Jesus.
I couldn't breathe, I couldn't swallow, I couldn't get air. I was just have you ever thrown up and you have that moment of dry heaving where you can't breathe and you can't swallow, you can't
Yeah.
exhale, you can't inhale or nothing? It's
Good
just like
God.
you're stuck in limbo. That's what it felt like the entire time.
Ugh.
Oh my God, dude.
And it'd be like,
Yeah,
hey,
that's-
take it off. You'd be like, no. No,
Does
take it
it
off. Seriously, you
sting
have to
or
take it off.
anything? Does it, like-
No. What's up,
is it
Jen?
like-
Jen just
Yeah.
showed up.
Yo, Jen, what up? Ashley, hi. Ashley, I didn't
Oh,
think
there's Ashley.
I didn't think you'd be in here. Ashley's my girlfriend.
I knew that.
Hey, what up, girlfriend?
I knew it wasn't for me. She wasn't saying, hey,
Um,
baby, to me.
I mean, hey, she could have. She could have
She
seen your
might.
profile picture and been like, "Hey."
Hey, bye.
But no, yeah. Not only can you not breathe, but your eyes start to water. They tear. You can't see. Your nose clogs up. Your nose is dripping snot. Your mouth is dripping saliva. It burns your skin. It burns your eyes. It burns your nostrils. It burns your lungs. It burns your pores. Yeah, it's like after that, you feel like you got hit by a train, a bus, and then got your ass whooped by a UFC fighter, and then
Jesus.
got attacked by a pit bull. Like that's what you feel like after you're done.
God damn, man. You're a fucking savage for doing that then. Jeez.
No, there was
Kudos.
people there was people that were not prepared for that in the fucking slightest that still made it. So they just did a lot more crying.
Yeah, man. I mean, shit, dude. Like, hey, they did more than me. I didn't fucking even go in the room, so I gotta give kudos. I mean, shit.
Like, take it off. No,
It's
take
funny
it off.
that it's
Nope.
funny though
I quit.
the drill sergeants, and it's so funny because like you think we're savages just by going through the gas chamber, but it's funny because the drill sergeants that took us through the gas chamber, when they were in there with us, they didn't have a mask on. Like the gas was
Oh,
going
shit.
off, and they didn't have a mask on. They didn't wear a mask. So like they were literally talking because like they do the gas chamber so often. Because when you're a drill sergeant for multiple years, which means you do multiple cycles, which means you train multiple classes, which means you go through the gas chamber with your soldiers. So
Oh,
they've gone
wow.
to the gas chamber so many times that they're used to it.
Damn,
which
so
is
he's like
yeah.
like the dude who hosts Hot Ones.
Mm-hmm.
He's just used to it at this point.
Yeah, he's used to it, so that's why they can literally sit there and talk shit to us the entire time, and we're sitting there fucking mind blown like you're a fucking alien. How are you not dying right now? It's like wild.
Just take my social security number and let me out.
Yeah, dude, pretty much. But the thing with basic, you just had to have faith that they won't let you die, and then you're fine.
Well, isn't that part of it?
Yeah,
Is the trust that you build up anyway?
With your friends, yeah,
Right,
and just with
but-
your drill sergeants, they're not gonna let anything happen to you. They're gonna yell at you, treat you like shit. You're gonna hate your life, but I mean, you're not gonna die. Not in that environment, anyway.
That's why the camaraderie is so strong, I imagine.
Yeah, it is.
Like all the faith you got to put in everyone.
It's hard though, dude, because when you join the military, you're literally joining an organization that takes people from all over the world and from all over the country. So you're going to meet people. Like, dude, no lie. When I was in the service, I met a guy.
I heard that.
I can't remember. I can't remember what state he was from, but I met a guy that had never seen a black person in his life.
What? So what
Yeah,
was he just
like when we got to basic training, he had never seen black people.
So he like looked at that black person, like your boy looked at that highway with 3 lanes.
Yeah, dude, he was looking around. He's like, this, like he
What?
wasn't racist in any way. He was just looking around. He's like, this is crazy. Like, I've never seen so many like different people. And it wasn't just black people he hadn't seen. Like, he didn't really see much Hispanics. It was like he was from like a very, I think, very, very small, very, very rural, all white. Like, he had like the town maybe had like 600 people or some shit like that. And he never left.
Nice.
And he never like explored, never left his town, never even left the city limits. And basic training was the first time he had ever seen someone that wasn't white, and I was like, bro, that's
So
fucking
weird.
wild, dude. So
That's
like when
not that's not healthy either.
yeah, when you join the service, you're gonna meet a whole bunch of different kinds of people, dude. And while some of those people you'll have good camaraderie with, other people, it's a big melting pot, dude. So there's gonna be other people that you're gonna get along with, but then there's gonna be other people that like, man, if the Taliban don't get you, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Oh damn. Yeah.
That's savage. I love it. I have a question. I'm just curious. People are on two opposite usually sides of this. Some people appreciate when someone's like, "Thank you for your service," and some people can't stand it because they're like, they get upset about it. And I was just curious, which side of that are you on?
I never understood why I kind of do understand sometimes why some people would get a little bit upset about it. I've just never fully understood why they do get mad. I just take it. It's part of it, dude. Like people say thank you for your service. And I usually sit on the side of like it's a selfless service, so I don't need to be thanked. You know what I mean?
Right.
But a thank you is appreciated, and I'm not gonna belittle someone or get mad at someone because they want to show their appreciation. Like I've had people come up to me and want to buy my dinner, and I think that's awkward and it makes me feel uncomfortable, but I let them do it anyways because it's what they want to do to show their appreciation to me, and I don't want to deny them that. You know what I mean?
I get it. That makes
Yeah.
sense completely. No, you're not
So-
door dashing Taco Bell. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
So
Family
it's-
drama.
It's too easy to DoorDash, bro. It's so addicting. Like I had to cut back on the DoorDash. You fuck around and spend way too much money.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't.
Let's hope he doesn't come in and start yelling at you, because then now XMC is gonna have his roommate yelling, then your daughter's gonna be yelling. It's gonna be a whole fucking thing.
You'll just be sitting there talking to yourself because I'll be on mute.
Yeah, I'll just be sitting there like the the kid between mom and dad, like and all the yelling. I'm just like, oh god, what do I do? Just keep your head low, fly below the radar. You'll be fine.
And yo, hello to everyone in chat that I haven't said hello to and or seen, especially people from the XMC fam.
Yeah, I haven't really looked at who's in here.
I've been
in a minute.
watching the chat. I see it.
I have it pulled up right now.
I see everybody coming through. And there's my daughter trying to get
It's
Taco
Jared,
Bell.
too.
Nacho fries? Y'all have nacho fries?
Yeah.
That's fucking bullshit, bro.
I love
I-
nacho
I-
fries.
those things, they need to be permanent.
Yeah, they do.
Is what needs to happen, because they're not permanent. They come around every now and again, and it's just like when they come around, I'm not really craving Taco Bell, and then when they're not around, it's just like, where the fuck are they?
Well, And Jackson, the thing is that you can pay for the monthly, and I get that, but the fact is that you still pay the fees and they still jack up the prices. So, in all reality, it's better to just go get it, or I don't know, eat the million things of food that I have in the house.
Well, now they're doing. Well, now they offered. They also offer, instead of the monthly thing, you can do it yearly now, and they give you more of a discount on your whenever you go past a certain limit. Like you got to go above $12 to get free delivery. Well, now they up the discount for delivery if you choose their yearly subscription, which I'm not going to choose, but it is there. I just figured I'd let y'all know.
I actually used DoorDash for the first time last night.
Yeah,
I got
I
some
mean
Chinese.
it's good, dude. For like, let's say you're I equate it to like, man. For example, let's say you're a single mom, you had a busy ass day, you haven't made any food, you didn't have time to cook, it's been hectic. Your DoorDash might serve you well. But that's not really something you want to use every day because you really are throwing money away.
Yeah, I try to like I like making like big batches of shit, you know? Like
Oh.
fucking like what, did that sound weird?
Oh, dude, I just recently discovered the magical wonderness of a fucking air fryer, so I've been using the shit out of that thing, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah, those are great, dude. Those
Like
are fantastic.
I made some chicken nuggets the other day that tasted like I got them from a fucking restaurant, and I was like, "This was the air fryer, dude. Like, this is incredible."
Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, see, I do a lot of like I don't know like if you I do a lot of like tuna fish chicken salad like recipes and shit like that, and then I just like have it there for the week, and then I can just like make sandwiches or wraps or whatever with it. That's mostly what I do.
Oh
But
yeah, my ex used to do that. She used to make like meals for like every day of the week for the entire week.
Ugh.
Instead of like cooking every day, she would make these pre-made meals, and it was often like for just going to the gym and shit like that. But because I didn't work out, I just straight up just fucking ate it like it was a meal.
yeah,
So I was like, yeah, you can take your ass to the gym. I'm just gonna sit here and eat this. It's fine.
yeah. See, when I was hitting the gym like really hard, like that was like necessary because like I have to eat so much. Like I just
Yeah.
have like a crazy metabolism. Like I had to eat what like my maintenance was like 3,500 calories, so I had to eat like 4,000 plus a day to gain anything. And yeah, it was fucking wild. So I needed a lot of shit that was just quick access because it'd be too much to cook that much.
Yeah, I'm gonna start going back to the gym. My roommate just got surgery on his shoulder, so once he's done with his physical therapy, I'm gonna be heading back to the gym with him. So hopefully, my food intake will go higher than what it is right now, and hopefully, I can just like gain a little bit more weight.
Yeah,
Because I still have like 30 pounds I need to gain. It's just, bro, gaining weight, I swear, is harder than losing weight.
yeah. For me, yeah.
For me, it's horrible. It's hard.
I mean, all you have to do to lose weight really is just, you know, be active and drink water and not eat that much,
Yeah,
and
and
not
what?
eat and not drink soda and not eat mayonnaise.
Not well. Yeah, that's probably like paramount right there. That last one. Um, but not only that, but just like eat healthy too. You can do a lot by just simply eating healthy.
Yeah, and it's not that expensive to eat healthy. It's just expensive to eat healthy in a variety of ways. So like you know, like the tuna fish, that's like super cheap and fucking I can eat that all the time and it's actually really healthy for you, you know? Or eggs. Eggs are super cheap. You know, like there's ways to eat cheaply and healthily, if that's a word.
Yeah, my this guy used to know. He was like, man, eating healthy is so expensive. I was like, bro, you're a fucking vegan. Of course, all that shit's gonna be fucking expensive because you're paying more for some foo-foo lame ass food, man. My
Yeah.
food's cheap. I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but I mean, have at it.
Yeah. Feel like and you're always hungry because none
Yeah,
of that
you're
shit satisfies you.
yeah, none of that shit will fill you up. So of course it's fucking dude.
Like their diet sucks so bad that they
It
have to
does.
like call like veggie meatballs. They still have to call them meatballs because
Yeah.
meatballs sound good. Veggie meatballs don't, or veggie balls don't.
No,
That's
it
what I
doesn't.
always wanted to know. Is it's if meat is so bad, why do you want everything to taste like it?
Yeah, exactly.
Just saying.
I don't know.
It's their substitute of logic, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey, and both of the like both of those friends, I barely talk to them anymore. But like, it was one day they ate exactly what I was eating, and then it was almost like literally like the very next day they both were vegans and vegetarians, and I'm like,
Jen, the
so
fuck?
I'm like, what the fuck happened? Did y'all take a trip to California and not tell me, and now y'all are back fruitified? What the fuck happened? And so, yeah, no, don't get me wrong, dude. I love salad. I'll fuck up a salad. I will. With some either Thousand Island dressing, preferably Italian dressing. I'll fuck up a
Italian's
salad,
good.
but that's not gonna be like my main menu forever. That's
Yeah, my wife fucking she eats salads and she like thinks like, oh, okay, I'm good, I'm energized, I'm good to go. I'm like, no, you're not. There's
no,
no calories in that. You want to know what?
no,
You want to know where you got your
not.
calories? Your ranch dressing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like that's the funny thing too is like, people who do just eat salads, like they'll glob that shit on. And it's like, bro, you know that salad just turned from like like 3 calories into like 3,000 just because you dumped the whole thing of Thousand Island dressing on it.
Like I'm a huge fan of sushi, but it's just like I don't eat it often. One, because it's expensive, and then two, it doesn't matter how much I eat. When I'm done, I'm still hungry. It's like there's no point.
Yeah,
Like,
it's good.
yeah,
It's a good ass balance of like carbs and proteins and fats
yeah,
and shit. But
I
yeah,
like it.
I'm never full unless I go to like a restaurant. I was so surprised when I went to PF Chang's and they had this shrimp sushi and like I ate it. I was like perfectly full. Like I was like that comfortable full, not like where you're like, oh, like I'm exhausted. It was
Dying,
just
yeah.
like I'm full, I'm satisfied, I can still get up and walk around, like, because we were at the mall, because we were gonna have to do a lot of walking. So I was like,
Mm,
I felt good. I loved that. That place
I've
is so goddamn good if you've never been there.
I've actually never eaten at PF Chang's,
It's surprisingly good. Like
and
it
I think we
feels,
have one here too.
I know
yeah,
we
dude,
have one here.
no.
I haven't eaten there yet though. Of course, I've never had like sushi in my life.
Really?
Really, I've never had it.
Oh, it's
Oh,
so
dude,
good. Like, I
it's
mean,
really
like
good.
it's an acquired taste for some, but it's fucking good. And if you don't like one, you'll probably find another type of sushi roll that you would like.
Possibly. I mean, I'm not gonna down it. I've never had it before. I've also never eaten lobster. Um, I've had
I
shrimp.
had I had Red Lobster for the first time like last month, 2 months ago.
How was it?
It was good actually.
Did you get actual lobster though?
Yeah,
That's what
actually,
I want
it
to go to
was
Red Lobster just to get lobster so I can say I've eaten lobster. I don't want to pick it out of its body though, because to me, I don't eat meat on a bone. Like if the meat is
no,
still
when they
attached to the bone,
yeah,
I'm not there for that. I'm not
I,
picking the sucking the head like
I don't
people eating
remember
crawdads
I
and
don't
shit.
I don't remember that from Red Lobster. No, I think it comes ready to eat. You don't have to like really do anything.
Yeah, that's kind of important too if you've never had lobster because
Yeah, because if you don't know how
my
to take it apart, you're just gonna that's gonna be bad for you.
it's not even like that too. There's parts that you should not eat. It'll make you
Yeah.
sick. And if like that happened with my wife's grandfather. He knew that I didn't have lobster, so I came over one night and he was like, "I made you a fucking lobster." I was like, "Holy shit, really?" So he just fucking puts that shit on the plate and it's just staring at me. I'm like, "Oh my god!" And then he just
It's
like he
looking at
helped.
me.
Yeah, it was looking at me, and then I fucking ate it. Like it's so weird. This thing had eyes, and it was looking at me, and then I fucking ate that bastard. It was
Yeah,
so weird.
that's odd.
I don't
Yeah,
eat
it's
meat on a
really
bone,
weird.
like a drumstick, or chicken wings. I don't
Really?
eat those. Absolutely not. I used to have people like take the meat off. If we made it, they'd have to take it off of the bone for me to eat it. I won't like bite into something that's got a bone in the middle and no,
Yeah,
no.
see, I can do that all day. Like Like,
Dude.
I actually want to go hunting just so I can appreciate my food more. Like, I know some people like to run away from that shit. I actually like to run towards that shit. I really want to go hunting, shoot something, do all the work,
Good
and then
eating.
cook it, and then sit down and
Well,
eat it.
dude, go somewhere down south, or
Oh my
go
God.
go somewhere.
Wausau,
You'll find a lot of
Florida,
shit to do.
in the Panhandle has the Possum Festival every year. They make possum every which way. You can,
I've never had possum.
scoop it off. I have never had it either. I was like, yeah. I'm not gonna eat a raccoon or a squirrel. Like I just. Yeah.
Anything that could be roadkill, I'm not trying to
Well,
fucking eat.
technically, deer can be roadkill, and people.
Yeah, and I wouldn't eat a person.
Yeah, but I would like to think that the deer I'm eating came from getting shot by a bullet, not getting hit by a fucking minivan. You know what I mean?
Well,
Oh
see,
my-
that's the scary thing about hunting too, is like if you miss, like you made that thing suffer. That's what I get worried about.
Or
Like if I was
charge
aiming
you.
a gun at like a deer and like I'm getting ready to pull the trigger, if that thought crossed my mind, I would have to like compose myself, like, because if I shoot the thing and then I see it fucking struggling and like I don't want that. That's the worst.
Well, you got to do it quickly, bro. It's like pulling off a band-aid. Like if you botch your first shot and it is struggling, you just gotta walk up to it as fast as possible, and as soon as you approach it, boom, pull the trigger. No
Yeah.
thinking, no thoughts, no nothing. Just like boom, done. It's over.
Yeah. And that's why I would need some training or guidance before I went and did that, because I wouldn't like I think just your knee-jerk reaction would be like, oh, I fucked this up.
Dude, it was so funny. Ashley, this was a couple weeks ago. Ashley, I was she called me. She's like, Edgar, there's a fucking mouse in my house. I was like, fucking kill it. She's like, I'm waiting on traps, motherfucker. What do you think I'm trying to do? So like the fucking this rat is in her house for like 2, 3, 4 days, and she puts out a sticky trap, and she's like, what's gonna happen when it walks on this sticky trap? I was like, it's just gonna sit there. And she's like, and then what? I was like, it's just gonna fucking die. She's like, will it suffer? And she got like her eyes kind of like glazed over. And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, it's a fucking rat. You don't even want it here. Why do you care if it lives? And she was like, will it suffer? And I could see like she was getting like kind of emotional. And I was like, of course it's not gonna suffer. Knowing good and goddamn well that thing was just gonna sit there and starve.
Aw.
So the day that she found it, she opened the door. And she got so fucking sad, bro. She's like, I can't look at it. You got to throw it away. It's moving. It's squirming. And I was like, oh, Lord, you poor thing.
You know, the fucked up thing too is even if you want to help it, you have to drive it apparently like 5 miles away. Otherwise, it will just make its way back to the house, they say.
Well,
So
this
it's like-
this thing wasn't moving. Like, this thing wasn't getting out of this
Aw.
sticky trap. Yeah, and it was like cold as fuck. So I tossed that bitch over the fucking fence. And that was it. She's like, did you get rid of it? I was like, I did.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
was
done.
it okay? She's like, was it suffering? I was like, nope. It was not. Knowing good and well that bitch was squirming all the fucking way when I chunked it.
This is like the end of The Last of Us, if you've seen that.
The video game?
Yeah,
I've
you
never
see where.
played it. I've never played it.
Oh, okay. I can't give away spoilers though. But there's a point where he's like telling a story, and then it's like showing you what really happened. And, like,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what it
yeah,
feels
yeah.
like.
Yeah, so she thinks it died peacefully. I don't know if she's still in chat, probably not, but she thinks it died peacefully. No, that thing suffered. They all suffer. And then this is the thing, is she didn't even want to put down a mousetrap. She's like, I don't want to kill it. I mean, it was the same, I guess whatever made her sleep better at night, really.
Was it like one of those things where it's like you want to ask them politely, excuse me, could you please go outside? Like, this is my house. Like, what are you
Yeah,
gonna say?
No, I don't know. She's like, all I know is I want it out, but I don't want it to die. I was like, it's a rodent. They all die.
They don't have a really long lifespan. Like, that's not really a thing.
No, dude. It's not like you found like a little baby deer that lost its mom in your fucking closet and you feel bad, so you're gonna nurse it back to health. That's different. It's a fucking rat, dog.
Feed
See,
it
I
to a
don't-
snake.
I don't know where I fall in that conversation, because like we found like a baby ass mouse like outside in the cold, like bitter cold, no parents around, it was fucking dying. So we picked it up and we tried to nurse it. I mean, it passed away, but we tried. But at the same time, like if there's a mouse in my house, like I'm gonna be like, let's get the cat, you know?
It's just like I look at it from the perspective of like, yeah, sometimes you want to have a bit of humanity for some of these animals, but when you look at a rodent like that, like those things, they're so unsanitary that like, and she also has a child, dude. So like having that in a house with a kid, and it's like you have like droppings everywhere, and it's just like it's not sanitary and it's not clean. It's not like not a good environment for children.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like you got to get that fucker out as fast as possible, regardless of like your feelings for it.
Yeah, I also think it's sort of like with my situation, it was sort of like it's a baby.
Hmm.
Like let me help this thing out. Like it has potential. Maybe you know, like let's not just let it die. Like
Oh,
I want
dude,
to see
I have
potential
seen.
be realized. It's kind of like when you catch a baby fish and you're like, let's throw it back, give it a chance. You know?
Yeah, dude, I've seen videos of people that find like these animals. Like this dude found a baby like almost dying flying squirrel, and
Oh
then
man.
he nursed it and raised it, and the squirrel never leaves the house. It'll go
Aw,
outside, it'll look for shit, it'll play, but it comes right back in the house, and it's literally like it's like a cat.
that's so
It's
cute.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that's
sleeps,
awesome.
it fucking bounces off the house, it runs, it eats, it pays attention, it listens. I'm like, bro, that's cool as shit.
That's
I
how
always wanted a fox. I want a fox like that.
that's how my cat. That's how I got my cat. I was sitting out in my office, and it wandered in. It was cold one night, and it just wandered in. He was tiny, just screeching and tiny, and now he just lays around my house and yells at me for food. So that was a that was a
Yeah,
really
And
good.
that's all you wrote?
it's his house now.
Yeah, he's bougie as hell. He wants that. He eats this Shiba cat food, and like it has these individual little packets, that's like cut in gravy. That's how he wants it, and he gets mad at me. He eats like 10 of. He wants to eat like 10 of those a day. I've limited him to like 4. I'm like, it's 4 servings, bro. You're good. And he'll yell at me. He'll run around the house and knock shit down if I don't feed him. It makes me so mad. But I love
And
him.
that's a cat. That's a cat?
Yeah, that's my
Jesus.
cat.
That sounds like dog behavior.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Because I've seen dogs. I've seen dogs that like they'll grab their dog bowl if they're hungry and they'll just like throw it at you. They'll pick it up with their mouth and they'll just drop it in front of you like feed me, bitch.
He doesn't do all that. He
Well,
just gets the zoomies and runs around and knocks stuff over and scratches my couch.
well, okay. So, who's a cat or dog person? Are you a cat dog person? I think we know Cat's a cat person
Yeah.
with the name Cat and the
That's
fact
not
she
why,
has
but
cats. Well, yeah, I know, but it's all interconnected.
I'm
Um,
hi
I'm
guys,
a
everybody
dog
that's
person.
coming in from Nick's. I really appreciate you stopping in. Just drop a like. Stay if you want to, but I appreciate you.
Hey, yeah, thanks for coming by. My radio voice.
I think Edgar's a dog person.
I am.
Dog person? Yeah,
Yeah.
no. I don't know, something about yeah, just military and dogs, just
I think
Well,
I don't
cats
know. You
would
don't
piss
get
him
that
off.
camaraderie either from like like if that's like an appeal to military, I think it would be for me is that camaraderie, and yeah, I mean that's what I look for in a dog too.
Well, I was raised with dogs. My parents also weren't fans of cats, but when I was stationed at Fort Stewart, when I was married the first time, while I was at work, the wife at the time went out and got a fucking cat. And without my notice or nothing, asking me nothing. I come home, there's a fucking cat. And so I'm chilling one day on the couch, and the cat is laying on my chest, and there is a fly in the house, and the cat's laying on my chest purring, and I'm just watching TV, and the fly is flying around, and the fly flies past my face. I really don't
Oh.
mind it. I just let it go. Flies past my face again, And while I'm watching TV, I really don't notice that the fucking cat is eyeballing the fuck out of this fly. Like it's planning something, and the fly flies right past my face one more time, and then the cat fucking tries to go after the fly and ends up just slapping me across the face like 7 times, bro. I thought the cat was trying to kill me. And just out of pure reflex, I grabbed the cat and just fucking threw it. And then the wife got mad. She's like, "Why'd you throw the cat?" I was like, "Did you not just fucking see that thing just went fucking Bruce Lee on me? Are you shitting me?" And it turns out that the cat was trying to fucking kill the fly, but because the fly was next to my face, the fly attacked the cat attacked the fly. I thought the cat was attacking me. It was a big debacle. It was.
I love the question. Why'd you throw the cat?
Yeah, dude, it fucking tried. Lucky for me, the cat was declawed because it went ham, bro. Like he caught me with a 7-piece combo. It felt like it felt like Street Fighter.
I was gonna say like Mortal Kombat, like on the arcade where you just hit the buttons.
Yeah,
Just fatality.
the cat went into like a fucking AB combo that just like fucking fucked my life up, and it was awful.
Elizabeth, wow.
I was like, we
He
gotta
pulled-
get
He
rid
pulled the
of
one
the
to Chris
cat.
Brown. Really?
Yeah, right. That's amazing.
That's my teenager, right there. That's my child.
Yeah, dude, that. Hey, I couldn't do it, man. And after that, the cat. I don't know. She kept the cat. I think. The cat, I think, stayed. She tried to get another one, but I wasn't having that because we already had like 2 or 3 other dogs. But I don't know. I don't know what she ended up doing with the cat. But while I was deployed, she ended up getting rid of all my dogs.
Oh,
And I didn't really give a fuck what happened to the cat. I don't know what she did with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something I overlook too, or I forget to tell people, is I have sugar gliders.
What?
Sugar gliders.
The fuck
Never heard
is
of them?
it's like a squirrel.
Yeah, they're marsupials, kind of like kangaroos.
Oh.
And, but they're like flying squirrels. So like when they jump off of something, they can actually glide down like Spyro. It's fucking dope.
How many of those do you have?
I got 2 of them because they're really like communal. So we just had him, and he was getting depressed. And when they get depressed, this is something really sad to me, is they'll start self-harming themselves. So they'll like
Aw.
start biting their wrists, or they'll sometimes chew their own tails off. They'll pluck their eyebrows out.
Jesus.
Thank God, Leonard's one of the ones we have. He only was plucking out his eyebrows, but we were like, oh, he's lonely. Like he
Good
needs some
Lord.
company. So we went and got one, and her name's Louise. We got Len and Louise, but she hates us because she was like, we think she was kind of like abused, but Len loves her, so we keep her around. She's for Len, not for us.
I think one animal I really want to get is one of those serval cats, dude. I think they're so badass.
What are they?
Serval cats. If you're on your computer, just type it in. It's a CERVAL, and they're about the size of a fucking mastiff, but they're like part
my
cat,
God.
part leopard.
Yep.
Yeah,
And-
they're almost like the size of like a bobcat. They look
They're-
like.
They're big, dude, and they're domesticated cats, but they
God.
cost anywhere between $2,000 and $4,000.
Oh my God, they're beautiful though.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. They're
Mhm.
so long, dude. They look like something out of Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, they're fucking amazing. That's like what I really, really want. But it's not just the money involved when it comes to those specific animals. Like that's the only cat I would ever own. It's not just the money, it's just like the space, the food, the training, the time, the effort, the energy that it takes with those things.
Might as well just have a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
mean, at
and
that
like
point.
some of them too, like some of those weird animals, they have really weird diets, and they
Yeah.
don't like tell you about it. That's what happened with our sugar gliders. They were like, oh, they can eat anything. You can give them McDonald's. Like, no, you can't.
You gotta figure that shit out.
They like berries. They like mealworms. They like. We actually like order some shit out of Florida from this like place that makes like this powdered stuff for them, and then we like blend it up and then put it in ice cubes, and they just like to lick it because they're nectar animals. so they just lick the ice cube until they're done. And but yeah, I mean, like it's crazy, dude. They just try to sell you on shit. Just like, oh, they're easy. It's like, no, they're not fucking easy.
Yo, Katai, what's up? I appreciate you being here. I appreciate everyone from the XMC fan being here. Actually, y'all are awesome.
Yeah, I see them swinging through. They've been swinging through the whole time.
Wasn't there didn't Tom McDonald upload a song from his album to YouTube
Today?
or 2 days ago? I swear
he uploaded something. It has to do with the Billboard charts.
Yeah, I saw that, but it wasn't uploaded by Tom. It was uploaded by another channel.
Oh, I didn't see him upload anything.
I don't know if it was a video. I'll have to try and find it.
Yeah, because I mean, I know people are reacting to the album and stuff, which they've given blessing on the digital tracks, just not anything that's like exclusive to the physical album, but anything that's digital, they're letting people go ahead and react to it or whatever.
Yeah, whatever I digital as in on YouTube and like Spotify and shit.
Yeah, well, because this album is the first one he's ever released digitally, so it's on iTunes and Amazon Music or whatever. So those songs that are released off on the digital, which is like 5 less songs than the physical album, those can be reacted to, like fire emojis, smoke, clout, all of those songs.
That's what I saw. I saw Smoke. It has Nova, Tom, Adam, and someone else. Let me see who uploaded it, because I think that was uploaded to either today or yesterday. Let me double check. Tom McDonald. Smoke.
Yeah, and just
4 days ago by the country rapper.
Yeah, they're probably. If they're doing reactions, or was it an actual?
It's just a lyric video. I don't see any. Well, okay, I see one reaction to it from 5 days ago. By Stan Reacts.
He's in the Discord.
Art of Kicks did one a month ago, but he probably got an early version of it. Because I think he's friends with Tom.
I'm not 100% sure.
And then the Mix-Up did a reaction to it. So yeah, I could probably do a reaction to this one. Fire Emoji is also on here as well.
Fire Emojis is fire.
Yeah, so I'll do. Yeah, I want to do that one. I want to do Fire Emoji and Smoke. I want to do everything that I can from his new album because people keep asking me about it, and I just wasn't sure what I could do, when I could do it, and how I could do it. So.
Well, as it stands right now, you can do any of the songs that were released digitally. So there was actually 5 songs that were not. Anything else is up for grabs. So I can send you that later, the list of them that are on the digital if you got the digital or whatever. But if it's the ones that are exclusive to the physical copy, you can't do those. Those are the only ones you can't do. So Free World is a good one to do.
I wonder if I can do these that are on YouTube. The ones that are already on here, like Smoke and Fire Emojis.
I mean, I'm sure you could. Most people have been listening to it off of some kind of platform, and then they just, like have just the audio or whatever. I don't think they care because, I mean, at this point, having a lyric video, I don't know. I've never thought to ask them that, but. No, Elizabeth, I haven't talked. I mean, they know the Discord. My Discord knows about your friend at school. Those, by the way, for anybody that is involved with that, those albums, that whole collection of Tom albums, all of them already came. Those are going to that kid. Bridget donated hats and barbed wire necklace. He already got the Brave album.
You guys are fucking dope for doing that. That's so cool.
That's my daughter right there in the chat. She's the one that's her friend that she was talking to. That's how I found out about it. So yeah, I told her you'd be surprised how much people pull together.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
feel the love.
The whole thing was that my daughter's friend at school, they were just randomly talking, and he's like, "See, I listen to other music," and he shows her like I think it was Dear Slim, and she's like, "Oh my God, my mom listens to that." In fact, she like, knows Nova and mods for Nova and is like really involved. And he's like, oh my God, are you serious? And there's a story about how, he had an issue back in the past about his ADHD medication and stuff. And one of the things that helps him a lot is hearing the song Withdrawals. And now he doesn't take it anymore. He's gotten complete, he was taking way too much. Now he's gotten off of it. She said Tom McNell changed his life. And so a lot of people in the community have we got together and bought extra albums to donate to people who couldn't afford them or missed the opportunity, stuff like that.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
And when I posted it, because I thought it was a really cool story about how, it changed his life and everything. And the community came together and we're like, hey, I've got the entire Aggies, like I got the entire collection of CDs. I want to send them to this kid. So that's what I was holding. You can't see it, but I'm holding it. That's what's right here. I just got that. Bridget's like, I've got extra stuff from merch packs that I'm never going to use or wear. And then one of her sons donated something that they're sending as well. And that's coming this week. And then we're going to gift it to him next week. So.
Dude, that's awesome. I've only had one opportunity to do something like that, and I never got the chance to do it, unfortunately.
It's just one of those things. It's like, when you get good people together, and we see each other all the time. We see each other in all the other streams. We see each other in the Discords. We see each other in the comments. This community is ridiculous. It's awesome. And it's not just about somebody that you have like-minded people. That's not it at all. It's just people that just are nice and decent and caring and selfless. And when something like this happens and there's going to be a limited amount, people are going to miss it. Something's going to happen. They didn't get their paycheck or whatever the case may be. And so there's been some great people that decided, this time, we're going to, instead of doing it because people do it on their own, we're going to talk about it and say, okay, if I have somebody and you have a copy, or if I have a copy and you have somebody, let's talk and let me know and we can make it happen. Kind of like a group thing. And that's kind of where all that happened. At least for this release. It's just really cool.
That's good. I think that's I think that's great. Something to do for all the people that can't afford to get it or just forget or don't have the time and shit like that.
And especially somebody who, he's young and it's influenced him and he's a huge fan. So,
yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't you want to encourage somebody to like really think about what they're listening to and what people are saying if they're actually already involved to the point where they're listening to something like that Tom is saying, right? And he loves Adam Calhoun too. If he's already listening to the lyrics and he's listening to the different points of view, not necessarily having to agree with every single thing that comes out of everyone's mouth, right? It's not an echo chamber. But
yeah,
being open to hearing that at that age, and we're outside Houston, like in this area, is not normal. People aren't usually, they're very, sheeple. They like to go with the crowd and they don't want to rock the boat or anything. And so to encourage it and show that the community, is there for them, especially if he can't do it himself because he's, 16. So I don't know. I just think that's really awesome.
That is great, dude.
I just really like that.
Something to be proud of.
It's all about it's more about the way we communicate. That's what I feel like Tom represents to me, and they try to misrepresent him, but it's like it's the way we talk to each other. It's not really so much like what he's saying, which is an instrumental part, but it's like he's all about just like, hey, we need to communicate better and actually look at the problems, the actual problems. Like it's not left versus right. It's about usually the government. And if we just stick together and actually focus on the problem, we could get a lot more done.
There's a lot of people that don't want to listen to whenever Tom says stuff like that. Like, we need to communicate more, have more conversations, and have more open dialogue. That resonates with a lot of people, but there's still people that like they look at it like this. They're just like, man, why the fuck is this white dude with tattoos on his face with dreads trying to tell me to communicate and shit like that? And like, I guess those are the kind of people that I hate, especially when it comes to music. Like, you don't listen to color, you listen to the words. And
Yeah.
there's just too many people that get caught up with what he looks like and what he might represent, or like what some magazine told you he represents, instead of just listening and figuring out what the man is actually saying. And there's a big portion of people that do that, that
Mm,
make
get
it
caught up
harder.
in the
Yeah,
superficial stuff, and
exactly, dude. Shit that like just doesn't fucking matter.
And see, that's the point of this specific, and they've heard me do this spiel before, but this is this specific podcast. We always say it's conversations because it is not structured. It can go any which way, and we don't care. We're good with that. But sometimes when it does go real serious, does get real deep, whether it's about political stuff or racial stuff or personal opinion stuff or, hate in the comments. Like there's some stuff that we did with Nick and Truth No Lie and, about some flack that they were getting. Just shit like that, right?
Oh, Nick the actor?
Yeah, he's been on here quite a few times.
Actually, yeah, I'm subscribed to him.
Yeah, he's live right now. He was telling his people in there. He's like, go over there, stop in and say hi or whatever. I do this all the time. Go in there and say hi, blah blah blah. Because he knew I was.
I usually tune into streams because he actually streams late at night sometimes, and I'm a night owl, so like he's really the only person I can watch live.
Yeah.
Just about ever, really. So.
But it's like the whole point is that whenever we all are just having a conversation, it's all about how you just talk to people. Like you don't have to agree with anybody. You don't have to agree with artists or their taste in music or the color of their pants or if the sky's blue or purple. Like who really cares?
Yeah.
But it's always about being respectful. And when people, that's the thing that'll set me off. If you're gonna be disrespectful, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Like I'm done, because it's not going to go anywhere. And the second that you start talking at people and telling this is what you have to do, you have to agree with me, and I'm going to argue with you until you do, that's not a conversation anymore, and it doesn't belong here.
Yeah, there was even I think Rick and Morty, it was a line from there, but it was like he said like, look, it doesn't matter if you're right. When you're an asshole, no one wants to give you the satisfaction.
True.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, nobody wants to listen to, oh, why would you believe that? Are you fucking stupid? People will listen to like, see, I don't agree with that, and here's why.
Yeah, I've kind of changed the way I've approached certain things, especially now that I'm older, man. Because when I was younger and when I was in the military, bro, I was very perceptive, man, and there was a lot of times where like I truly did believe, and I knew like in my soul that I was smarter than my superior. However, I went about that reality in the wrong way. I kind of figured like I'm fucking smarter than all you motherfuckers, so I can behave however the fuck I want, and I can speak to you motherfuckers however the fuck I want. And that didn't like. Sometimes it worked, but a lot of times it just didn't. And looking back on it, there was probably just a better way to go about it. And I just, for the longest time, I thought that I could just brute force my way through a conversation or through an altercation because I knew that my logic was sound and I knew I was right. But if the person is not perceptive to how I'm delivering it, then I have to find another way.
Yeah. And that's sort of like just kind of like the ego within us all. Like, I feel just like age and time and experience, it just kind of opened your eyes to realizing that your ego doesn't do you any good and it doesn't do anybody else any good.
No.
And you just kind of have to put it away. And in order to actually fix anything or talk about anything important, you really do have to lay it to rest. And that's when you realize, oh, like now we're getting productive.
Yeah, it's one thing I've realized about like myself and shit, because like I operate under logic and logic alone. Like a lot of the decisions that I make in life, a lot of the choices that I make, they're always based on logic. They're not like based on emotion, how I feel, how it makes me feel, how like there's no emotional weight behind any of like my life choices. So I strictly use logic, and the downside of that is sometimes I get wrapped up so much in my logic and how firm it is, and that I think that it can't be broken, that I end up not actually looking into something I should look into because my logic is telling me that I'm right and that I don't have to. Kato, what's up, man?
No, exactly.
I was talking to the dog, my bad.
Oh, okay. I was like looking at the chat. Kato.
Yeah, the dog just walked back in. He's been gone for a couple days because my homie got surgery and he gets real needy and like wants to help. And he knows when someone's hurting, but he's like 160 fucking pounds. So his definition of help is a human's definition of hurt. So he had to stay with the homie's parents for a couple days, but now he's back. So he came into here to say hey to me.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking me and my wife, we were at the Stop and Shop. I don't even think that's a thing where you guys are from. But you know, we were there and there was an older lady just walking down the aisle with a dog, and she just started talking our ears off for some reason. She was just like, "Oh, just go pet my dog" and all that, and we started petting her. And she said she named the dog Humphrey Bogart. She was like telling, and then she just went on this big rant, like she was like, "Can I tell you a story?" And then she like started telling us this whole story, and this like dog came up like through like a chain link fence on the other side and was like barking at this dog, and the dog didn't even like bat an eye, nothing. Then he just turned around and lifted his leg and just peed right in that dog's face.
Dude.
And he said, and she was like, "I've never seen this. I'm 71 years old. I've never seen this before in my life. But while this dog was peeing, his tail was wagging."
So it was a friendly pee.
Yeah, it's just like, I think he was just, asserting his dominance in a very condescending way.
That are very, very excited and didn't know how to show it.
Yeah, here you go. Here's my excitement.
Just did it the wrong fucking way.
Well, what I noticed is when you said that the one dog was barking, the other one didn't say anything. Sometimes the best response is say nothing at all.
Yeah, and then just peeing in their face.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know how many situations that's applicable for. But
I mean, to R. Kelly, lots.
Oh God.
That fucking guy. Jesus. I actually saw a meme that had him, what's Bill Cosby, XXKaTxx, and what's that fucker's name? I can't remember. It was a Four Brothers meme, if y'all ever seen that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and Juicy Smollier, that little fucking soy bitch. It had all of them on the cover of the Four Brothers movie. And I was like, these motherfuckers either touch girls, pee on girls, rape girls. One of them is a girl, so.
Fucking savage.
Yeah. And then fucking Juicy. Where's that guy from, man? Because I'm telling you, there's no way in fuck I would name my child Juicy.
Well, you realize I found this out. He was one of the kids on the Mighty Ducks movie.
Who?
Jesse Smollett, whatever that guy's name is.
Yeah, him. Who was he?
He was one of the kids, like the two brothers. The two black kids, the brothers. They were like on the team. They weren't like main characters. They weren't like Goldbergers. He was one of those two.
Oh, he was. Oh, hold on. I think I know what you're talking about. I gotta find this.
Yeah, I had to Google it because I was like, no.
Hold on, Mighty Ducks.
I'm trying to think if it was the third one because that's my favorite. Or
It's not. Well, no, it's 1992.
So Smollier, he is a biracial. His mother was African American, and his father is Jewish.
That's still no excuse to name your child Juicy.
Yeah, no, I agree, 100%.
Yeah, he did play. I remember him. He did play in Mighty Ducks. He was more of an inconsequential character.
Exactly. He was like a side character.
Yeah.
Like he was like background noise, but he was more background noise than some of the other extras, right? Like he had a name. He had a name.
Yeah. like if he went to a party in real life, this is the guy that would be going like, "Yeah, I'm best friends with Emilio Estevez," or some shit.
But
like
yeah.
he probably rode the success of that movie his whole fucking life. Like that's literally his opening line for every first date. Like, I was in Mighty Ducks.
Well, you're welcome
like,
for ruining Mighty Ducks.
Even his name is like shouting out for attention.
Yeah.
Like, notice me.
Like, bro, and now he's going to jail with the name Juicy. Poor guy.
Oh yeah.
Poor fucking guy. Like you're
Yeah,
asking
it's
for
juicy.
it, dude. So
His parents really screwed him on that one, but he kind of screwed himself. I mean, honestly, you know,
yeah, he did. Like, dude, if I were his parents, I'd be so fucking mad.
Yeah,
Not-
they just
not
ruined
relevant.
the
Let's
juicy
go out
Smouye
and
name.
fake a hate crime. Let's do that.
I'd be so fucking mad. Like, you're out here making your family look bad.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're out here making yourself look bad. Not just like in front of the school, like most kids do, or like in the auditorium. Like, you're making yourself look bad to the whole world.
I mean, what goes through somebody's mind that something is so important that you would do something that is just, and again, try to get away with it. On top of that, like,
Is it just me, or does it seem like these weird things come from like a place of like I don't want to say privilege. I don't like this whole like privilege thing, but like people who come from families that are pretty good. I mean, like that's what happened with like Kaepernick too. It's like they get this idea in their head and they try to be like this poster child for something they're not.
yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out like the thought process of owning a Ferrari and claiming that you're oppressed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Like
it's
that's just
Kaepernick.
never. Yeah, that's just never made
Kaepernick
any
had a
sense to me.
Kaepernick had a great family, you know? Like, I mean, like, he's a foster, and there's issues that come along with that, but it's like, he got adopted by a great family.
He hit the jackpot when it comes to that situation.
Yeah,
Like, he
there's
legit hit the jackpot.
there's kids like him that they either fall through the cracks or they don't get a home or they end up just being on their own. And this dude literally got the luckiest parents he could have ever that any foster kid could have ever asked for, and he's just a jackass.
For real, dude. Like, I'd known people who fucking, you know, they're in foster care, and then they turn 18, and they just let them out on the streets, and then they get addicted to drugs, and that's their life, you know? And it's but he got adopted by a rich ass family who saw the potential in him for football and then fostered that until he became super rich and famous for it, and then he's claimed, "Oh, I'm oppressed."
Yeah, it's
Okay.
literally the equivalent of Clark Kent telling his mom and dad to fuck off.
Yeah, pretty
Like
much.
y'all are trash. I don't fucking need y'all. Y'all are
Screw you,
stupid.
Alfred.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm oppressed.
Like, are you serious? Like, you land on this planet, they take you, a fucking farmer dude and a farmer lady take you in, and you want to fucking be a little douchebag? All right.
Yeah, it's so dumb. You know, at least when someone's like, "Oh, I'm oppressed," and they're in a bad situation, at least there's like some merit to that. You know, it's like, "Oh, you got like the shit end of the stick." You know, like you were just born into a shitty situation, and like I can at least see like why you would be resentful. But dude, some of these people that are trying to act like the poster child of oppression are just so entitled. That's what
Yeah,
it seems like.
it doesn't make any sense, dude. Like, you know how many people I've seen face down on their fucking on their stomach with a cop on top of them, and I've never heard them once say, "Man, I'm tired of this fucking oppression." Yet the motherfuckers that can literally buy their way out of jail, yeah, they're the ones that are oppressed.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the type of privilege I hate. People who are so rich they can just basically, you know, get out of
And this motherfucker thought
horrible shit.
he thought he was so important, and this is what the liberal left and the Democrats will do to you, bro. Like, they will literally brainwash you into thinking that if you follow their guidance, their teachings, and their word, that you're gonna be untouchable. But the second you get into trouble, they will fucking back out on you, and
Oh, yeah.
they will leave you hanging high and fucking dry. They will promise you all this shit, and then you do their bidding for them. And when you get in trouble, where are they at? Gone.
Yeah.
And now you're sitting there with a whole bunch of shit in your hand, not knowing what the fuck to do. And that's exactly where this turd is right now.
That actually sort of happened in with I mean, you didn't play The Last of Us, but the guy who did who made The Last of Us with The Last of Us 2, he tried to cater to all these different groups.
I heard.
And when it backfired, all those groups were just like, "Yeah, you're on your own, buddy."
Mm-hmm.
It's like they just use. They
That's what I
use.
was
There's no loyalty with
yeah,
that either.
that's what I was saying yesterday. Like they will it's like all these feminists. I literally said this yesterday, all these feminists that want to sit here and complain, especially in video games where they're like, "Oh, there's not enough females in this game," or "There's not enough this in this game," or this and that. And the transgender community is not being represented. But then they put all this shit in the game, and the same people that were complaining for that shit to be in the game, they're not even going to buy it.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Like
just all.
they're not even gonna play the game. Like you literally just want attention and you want someone to cater to you, but you're not willing to reciprocate all that shit that you just cried for. Like they gave it to you, and now you just said, "Okay, fuck you." You basically you gave me my 15 minutes of fame. Now I'm gonna go on to somebody else and get that from them. It's just like it's stupid.
Fiona, you're
Yeah.
right. She's talking about Kaepernick only started when he got dropped for being an average quarterback. Jesse, whatever his name is, he was not being written in as much on the show Empire. Is what they think that his. I didn't get into it because I don't keep track of that crap. I don't care. But the
Okay.
story
He
was
looking for
supposedly
justification.
he was
Yeah.
looking to elevate his status, like his celebrity status, and like be more
geez.
important. Like more relevant, more on the news and stuff because he wasn't, and so that they would give him a better role or a more, write him into more episodes. And it's just funny how those kind of are parallels. If you want to see people that are trapped, and I'm not saying that there's not people in inner cities that are trapped but try the rural communities. Try the panhandle of Florida where people are in tiny little towns where their parents are on drugs, their grandparents are on drugs, all their older friends are on drugs, their brothers and their sisters, they're left alone at, 5, 10 years old. They all go to the same school. There's only like 10 jobs in the community. Okay, that's a little exaggeration, but you know what I'm talking about. These little towns where all they know is what they do every day, and that's just how their families do it, their uncles do it, their brothers do it, the grandparents did it. It's grandfathered in, and they can't. And there's like those. They always say that either they leave and they never look back, or they stay and they never go. Like there's those two types of people, and it's this vicious cycle of people who get screwed over by broken families and drugs, and they're not necessarily not every single person that has that issue is of a specific race in a specific location in a specific downtown area. I mean, it's not just in one area, it's all over the place. They don't speak up because some of them aren't allowed to. They don't have a voice because there's like they don't even hardly have social media. They have some, but like half the stuff you have, let's say outside Houston, they don't have there. They don't have DoorDash. They just
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. Like I'm not saying that makes living normal. That's not what I mean. But I'm just saying like it's all over the place for all different types of people, for all different types of reasons, and for anyone to stand up and say, well, because of this, right? I'm now, I deserve more. I don't agree ever.
No, I don't really pay attention to those types of people because they don't live in the same reality that I live in.
Well, the delusion is
Yeah.
that people think that only a certain type of person can live in a certain type of reality, right? If your reality is, I'm not saying I hate the word oppression necessarily, but like being in a shit situation with no options and being kind of trapped there, it's not like you can only be in one country or one race or one gender in order to fit into that. It could be anybody in any area. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to stand up there and say, well, because I am male, female, white, black, purple, brown, it doesn't matter. That doesn't make sense to me because that's just basically stepping on other people to say, well, because I'm this, I get extra stuff, and that's not how the world should work. It does, unfortunately, but it's not how it should.
It works like that for some. Not everybody can get away with it. And for example, Juicy didn't get fucking away with it. But it doesn't stop them from trying. They're always going to try and figure out how it really is, and especially with the mainstream media, it really is about how many clicks you get. That's why they run these stories. That's why the Juicy Smollett story, it's funny because they ran this story with like a whole bunch of wrong ass information. And then when the information finally comes to light that it was wrong, they've already moved past it. Like they just put it on like page 7.
Yeah, they never tried to like
Yeah,
actually
they
make an effort to be like, oh, we got this wrong, we got this
yeah,
wrong.
they don't do that, bro, because they're banking on the short attention span of their stupid ass viewers to not notice or not pay attention. Like we got it wrong, just like we got everything else wrong. And it's just like, bro,
Special shout
Yeah.
out to Nick's mom is in the chat.
Hey,
up?
Mama Nick.
how's it going?
She said it
Glad you're here.
took her a while, but she found us.
took a wrong term at Albuquerque.
But no, it's just
No,
it's
they all
ridiculous.
let-
We have to watch that shit. Like it has to be. I don't watch the news. I just don't do it. I refuse. And sometimes I'll watch like I love like Donut Operator. I love like Angry Cops. People like that can actually break it down and say, okay, this is actually what happened in some situations. I love watching that.
I've never seen those guys.
I don't watch yeah, obviously, I watch those, but I don't watch the news either. And if I do click on something for the news, it's so that I can go straight to the comments section and put fake news, dead channel, and then leave. That's the only thing I comment. Fake news, dead channel, and then that's it. And then I hit the dislike button
It was you. No, I'm kidding.
because I don't really have time for those fucks. Dude. One of these days, I'm actually gonna get a strike for something that I comment. It might not even be anything I actually say in a video. One of these days, I'm gonna get a strike for a comment that I leave. Because I go harder in comments than I do in videos, which is probably hard to believe, but
I don't think I've seen you like go off before.
I have.
Oh, I've seen it a little bit. Like, well, in the streams, I've seen him go off where he's. My
I have,
favorite
dude.
one is the one where the people were like blocking the cars from going with their
I hate it.
signs. You're like, just you warned them, run their ass over, like
That-
the fuck
that's
out of
it.
the way.
That's it, bro. And you know what? I was thinking about that to myself the other day because I was talking about that with someone, and I'm sitting here thinking, uh, if I got put in that situation, I wouldn't do it the way I said I was gonna do it like 2 years ago. I would just straight up, very calmly get out of my car, and I would go up to them, and I would be like, "Listen, I have a place to be that's way more important than what you got going on right here. That being said, you have until I get back to my car to move. If you don't move, I'm running you over. That's it. I'm not even going to yell about it. I'm not even going to raise my voice or get mad. As soon as I get back to my car, I'm putting it in drive, and they have about as long as it takes me to hit fucking 80 to get the fuck out of the way. Like, I don't really play with that stuff, and if I go to jail, bro, fucking worth it.
You know, I feel the
Absolutely
exact
worth it.
same way. I feel the same way. That actually almost sort of happened to me and the wife. We were driving down the road, down the main road, and it was a freak thing. There was this dude. He had to have been like 6'6". He was a big dude. This dude was just right in the middle of the road, walking directly at us on oncoming traffic. And
Yeah.
I think he was like drugged up or some shit. But it was like we were lucky. We were able to back up, and go into the plaza behind us and get away from it. But I was like, if this dude touches the car, if the guy touches the car, just run him over.
That's it.
Like,
Yep.
that's it. The minute you
No questions
show
asked.
any kind of aggression and once someone throws the first punch, it's just, gloves are off. Like you're in it now. And that's how I felt. I was like, the minute he touches the car, I'm running this dude over. Don't give a fuck.
That's the thing. And see, that's what sucks too, because I don't even think I would let anyone get that close. And it really just depends on who's in the car with me. If I'm in the car by myself and I'm in that same situation, I'll probably just back up and I'll find another way. But like, let's say I'm on the highway and I really can't back up and I'm not by myself. Let's say I have a family member or friend or, God forbid, like my little brother or something, and you're in my fucking way, bro, that's the day you die.
Yeah, no, I
Like,
hear that.
and I'm not gonna stop to ask questions. And when I run you over, I'm not gonna stop to make sure you're okay. I'm not gonna talk to any bystanders. I'm just gonna go. Whoever gets my license plate number, if they do fucking get it, I'll get a call from the police department. They're gonna be like, we need to ask you a few questions. That's fine. I ran him over. What else you need to know? That's it.
Yeah, I feel the same way. You know, just yeah. I mean, we were lucky. Like, we saw the dude, we rolled up the window, and we were like, "There's nobody behind us." Back up, get into the plaza. That was it. Boom, done. And then my wife was super nosy, so we had to sit in the parking lot and like watch what happened. I'm like, "Can we leave? You're so fucking nosy."
Yeah, I'm not trying to do all that.
Yeah.
Whenever there's some shit like that, it's best to literally leave. I know like it's tempting to sit and watch, but you don't know if cops are gonna show up, and then you don't know if that guy's gonna get violent. And if that guy gets violent and then bullets start going, you don't know where those bullets are gonna fly, and then you're in the area. Like, that's not a good place to be.
Yeah, and it's also like even like not going that far, just we got you got shit to do. What if the cops like start asking questions to everyone, and then you get pulled into, and then you got to give a statement, you got to do all this
Yeah,
shit.
you gotta fucking
like,
sit
dude,
there.
yeah, it's like who gives
Yeah.
a fuck about this dude? I mean, like not like that, but at the
Yeah.
same time, it's like you just got to move on with your day at that
It's
point.
literally like on the spot jury duty, and I'm not having it.
Yeah,
That's a good way to put it.
I'm not doing that in the slightest. Like, I'm not like the other day there was a domestic dispute right across the street, fucking husband and wife, and we had to call the cops. Thankfully, the cops didn't stop by the house and ask us questions. They pretty much knew the deal because the homie kicked the door in, and the wife and her sister started fucking screaming.
Yeah.
So they already knew, but yeah, I don't like answering questions and like giving details and shit like that. Like, I just want to leave. Like,
Leave me the hell out of this.
yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
And especially like with like media, I don't it's always funny when I see people get interviewed by the media and how excited they are to get in front of a camera and talk to the media, like give their account of what happened. And I'm just like, man, no. I'm like the exact opposite. If anyone from the media approaches me with a camera, I'm liable to break your camera.
You're fucking Russell Crowe.
Yeah, I'm like fucking the Mel Gibson of non-famous people. Like, I'll break your fucking camera. Don't come up to me asking me questions, all this shit. You're fake ass news. I'm not gonna be part of your goddamn rigmarole you got going on.
Yeah, they'll cut you up. make you
Yeah,
say
they'll
something.
fucking chop me up, make me sound like a fucking retard, twist my words. Like, this guy right here in this local town of Southeast Georgia is the only Puerto Rican white supremacist we've found to date. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Hey, you see the chat? I think Desiree's
Yeah,
gonna pop
I
off in a
know.
minute.
I know. I got a stream to do, and
Oh,
Desiree, to be completely honest, if I wasn't doing this right now, I still wouldn't be live because I procrastinate like that. So
So
yeah,
there.
we're gonna do it. Desiree, if you're ready, we're gonna get ready to do that. So go ahead and post in Discord that I'm getting ready to start that stream.
Man, I can't thank
Word.
you enough for finding the time to come talk to us. I really appreciate
Yeah,
it.
dude, not a problem. Whenever y'all want to do this again, I'm down.
That's
Word,
awesome.
man. Yeah.
Maybe
I
next
was
time we
about
can
to
get
say
more.
that.
Maybe next time we can get more people in here.
No, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
And we do ones where we have a bunch of people coming on together sometimes, and it just depends. So when we have those up, if you ever want to hop in, just give us a heads up. And if you want to jump in with somebody that you've seen before, you can also do that too. So,
Or if you just if you have some shit you want to rant about.
oh yeah,
hit us up.
we are
We'll
so
do some
fucking
shit.
here for that.
I love that. I love that. I love that type of podcast where someone's like, I gotta let some shit off my chest.
I'm down, dude. The only people I know that y'all have brought on so far is Nick and Jen, I believe. I think, unless y'all brought on other people that I don't know about yet that I might know, but
Who do we had? We had Chill Rock. We've had Keto Abashi.
Hillbilly Reacts.
Hillbilly
Truth No
Reacts.
Lie.
I
Truth.
do know Hillbilly.
Yep. I think that's it.
Truth No Lie, and then
And then we have a laundry list of other people. And now you.
Gotcha.
mhm.
Well, I'm down, dudes. I am gonna get out of here because I gotta start my stream. Desiree's gonna kill me, so
Okay.
All right, bro. Go do your thing.
All right,
Alright,
we're gonna go ahead
I
and end
really
it
do-
here.
I really do appreciate it, guys. It was fun. And again, if y'all want to do it again, just let me know. We'll get some more people in here and it'll be fun.
Absolutely. All right, have a good stream.
All right,
Much
dudes.
love, brother.
Skulls, Cat, take it easy. Chat, peace out, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
All
man.
right, guys, we're gonna go
Bye.
ahead and cut it off. Have
Peace,
a good
dudes.
night. Thanks for being here. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.